Star Wars. So, Tiger Force, baby. We used to be the Tiger Force, baby. We're talking about taking me back. Where if it wasn't a 49ers or Bulls hat, put it back. And you were talking about, like, people talking about snapbacks. Like, oh, he's talking, oh, man, snapbacks. And, motherfucker, I got hats that's fucking 23 years fucking old. I got the original North Carolina Rams that don't even do it. I got, like, the fucking, you don't want to come at me with snapbacks, bro. You were just, you were just an itch back in the day, when I was snapbacking. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Call it a fucking, like, a fitted hat or a brim, something. Snapback. Psh. Sound like you playing with them firecrackers that's on the ground. Psh, psh, psh. Anyways. Me. Only getting fucking bigger. Times got harder for a big guy. But I was always kind of fly for a white big guy. This is my sister. Her name is Angela. I probably ain't seen her in 8 years. That's a whole nother story. That's volume 2 or 3 down the block when I go story on top of story. But earlier I touched on being anti-bully. And there's only one thing my sister has ever truly done for me in this life, has taught me how to fight. Because I've done martial arts, I've done all kinds of training, I've boxing, I've dabbled and dibbled and all that bullshit. But she made it where it was real, where she gave me the edge. She put that she really put the claws on, and the tiger or whatever. She told me how you got to get aggressive and focus and, like, go at them. You've got to, it's hard to explain because it's a blur. Because I remember coming home and crying, and she's the only one that discovered me and was like, "Why are you crying?" It's like, I just get bullied and I just get picked on, and I just get. Well, she's seen these kids that are picking on me, and they're like fucking a shrimp to a fucking 30-ounce porterhouse steak. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking, a jumbo jet to a fucking 2-seat fucking prop plane. You know what I'm saying? So she took me to the alley in the backyard, and she said, "It's time for you to, if you're, because my dad was like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that." And she knew that that didn't solve the problem because they tried that. It didn't take it. If anything, it compounded it, make it worse. Because if I didn't do it for myself, like most things in life, you got to do it, most things by yourself. Just to, she fucking took me out in the back and, like, broke my nose. She's like, it's time to stop being such a, a woman's, pussy. Stop being such a wussy. And busted me. And she always, look at this. I don't know if you can see this. She always had a handful of rings. Because when she fought, she messed chicks up. She was straight. My sister was straight fucking, God, what's the good? Trina, a bad bitch. She didn't fuck around. Look at that. Look at them bangs. Them 7-inch bangs she'd put. Remember when chicks used to wear their bangs, man? My house would smell like fucking bad fucking hairspray all day, and it would drive me nuts and burn my eyes and shit and stuff. And they used to wear them 7-inch bangs. The bangs would come all the way over the forehead. It looked like they had a helmet on. Bangs. But anyway, she punches me in the face. I start bleeding. It was the first time I've ever been crocked like a man. I mean, she kind of threw a shoulder in it. Pow. Then she was holding me. Said, all right. Now, walk that stunning off. She said, don't get mad. Don't cry. Don't breathe. She's like showing me a fighting Lamaze class technique. breathe, then focus. Said, don't let your emotions, don't let bullshit cloud your fucking mind. Focus. So then, then she was like, clean yourself up a little bit. Then she told me, but she went to hit me again, but I was ready for it. I was prepared. My eyes were open. I had a guard now. My guard was up, truly. You know what I'm saying? People could have showed me at first karate and all this moves, but until they first punched me, until they actually showed me what real physical combat was, in a way, I didn't, I wasn't prepared for it. I would have never have thought, you know what I'm saying, that way about it until she changed my whole way of living, my whole life with that one punch. So now it's like a Friday, because it was like a Thursday. I didn't go to school Friday because all the shit blew up Thursday, because I just didn't know what to do with the bullions. They were just depressing me. So she trained me all fucking weekend. She whooped my ass all fucking weekend. We kept making excuses why I was fucked up, bloody, bruising, having fucking nosebleeds on my thing. Like I was told, I wasn't as emotional anymore. It helped me control like a lot of my, young emotions that I didn't, it really helped me focus. That's why I said my sister ain't never been there for me that much. In my eyes, she left me, but she did do right by me, by something I use to this day. If I got to defend myself, or if I can, she really, so she trained me all weekend. I go back to school Monday. So I go back to school Monday, and I the first guy I saw, I followed him into the bathroom, and I fucking hit his kidney, his spine so hard with like a double jab to the kidney, like halfway mid spine, just back, hit his back. And it's so hard to remember what I said, because I think I said like 3 different things, but I'm not sure which one it was, because there were things I was thinking about saying to him after I did it. Then there was, one of them was like, fucking, I hope you're happy. You asked for it, or something about you're happy now, or, because he was like, he was like called Mr. Happy, his little stupid nickname. He was a fucking jerk, fucking, that had these big ass fucking cheap knockoff Jordan Jumpman fucking earrings that turned his shit green. He'd wear shit, and he'd had green ring around his neck. He was, like I said, he'd bully the shit out of me. When people started fucking with him, he would come over to me. So he was the first one I got. I got him bat. And I was like, and he fucked with me for like 2 months. That's what I was trying to remember. He fucked with me for like 2 months. And I said, now you want 2 months of that? Or do you want to say you're sorry now? Because my sister was saying, if you get an apology out of them and they don't go tell on you, it's cool. They should learn a lesson, pop them, give them a little. She also taught me not how to go too far, and that saved me a lot of times, because sometimes I just want to beat people like Mighty Joe Young, if I can just absolutely turn them into pudding. And she helped me so I can focus on that, not fucking going too far in fights and stuff, because that's a big thing too. Know when to pull your punches when it's over. They're stunned, so you don't give them brain damage. You don't, like I said, fucking shit like that. Because I've heard a couple people, and I felt bad afterwards. Be like, man, it didn't have to go that deep or that far at all. It didn't, just like the scar. I don't know if you see that scar on my knuckle right there. That was from when I hooked somebody, and it was the canine fang cut my finger because I knocked 3 of their teeth out real quick. I just hooked them, just vicious. I mean, I wouldn't give myself away that far, overextend, do a quick jab, slow them down, fucking, get them stunned. I was so pissed. I took like 2 weeks of shit out of this guy just because he said a couple words that wasn't worth all that. It really, like, when I was, and I had to self-stitched and cauterized and burned and shit because I ain't got no money to go to the hospital. And, I just knocked out this dude's teeth. I don't know if he got the cops or whatever, And so, he totally like was asking for it, but anyways. All right. Then, like, the second kid, so I didn't get caught for, like, it was like 4 or 5 kids that bullied me in the clique and stuff. I didn't get caught till like the 3rd or 4th kid. So, there was that thing where they shove them in lockers. So I'm going to show you a picture of my stepbrother up here. And see, they moved on my block, but I didn't even know. I was so sheltered, and come home, come inside, the world's bad. And it was like crack epidemic blowing up around here. So I had to come in. I didn't even know 2 streets down were my future stepbrothers. I mean, motherfuckers I would go to an early grave for if they need, you know what I'm saying? I love them that much. I mean, it's like soldiers talk about the brotherhood of war and the things. And I've had like little skirmishes and everything, shit gets real sometimes and it does change, but I've never seen war or anything like that. But, when they talk about the somebody that you're not related to, the bonds of brotherhood and like real, like just solid true friends. I mean, the definition, the point of like a true friend. So I didn't know it was his little brother. I just seen him getting picked on. And it was like the second motherfucker on my hit list going to school. But not shooting, of course. But, just standing up for myself, letting them know, hey, you're about to get a taste of your own fucking medicine. So I go, he's trying to shove, his name is Charles, which I didn't even know at the time. He was my neighbor, door down. He was trying to shove Charles in the locker, what he'd done to me months before, many times, put me in a locker. And because he'd put them, he'd tell, this will only get worse. He puts them in their locker so he don't get tattled on. It was stool pigeon. It was called plucking feathers, being a stool pigeon, fucking a canary, singing like a canary. It wasn't snitching or telling the truth or, whatever. Then, so I walk up and I shove him in Charles's locker. And I mean, I was shoving him in and like kicking the shit out of his little fucking bone shins, like little twigs and stuff. So I kicked him, I beat him in that locker, and Charles was like, thank you, and whatever. And I was like, I seen you on the bus. But when I'd get on the bus, I'd sit and I'd stare out the window because the people that I hung out with, their parents would come and get them. So I wasn't that lucky. I would have to, shit like that. I'd have to ride the bus with a bunch of people I didn't hate. First time I ever really got jumped was on the school bus over a fucking purple fucking Taz hat. Taz and Bugs Bunny. It was fucking stupid fucking shit. And see, I didn't know how to fight then or anything. I didn't know. It was like I said, I couldn't even describe it. But anyways, all right, so second or third, I got caught like third or fourth person. I got caught when I went to the fucking cafeteria. Because when I went to the cafeteria, it was everybody there fucking, then some people tried to get in and stuff. See, I didn't get everybody on my hit list. But word is spread. But when I got that third motherfucker and I dumped all that milk on him, then I slapped him with the milk carton in my hand and milk just exploded. Blah! when I hit his fucking head, because I'm dumping it on him. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I splat. I fucking just whacked that motherfucker. And like I said, I got fucking these fucking gorilla mitts fucking whacking these fucking kids. And like I said, she showed me how to put leverage in the hip. My sister showed me how to plant myself and like swing. She said, like, when you slap somebody, swing like you're swinging a fucking Louisville Slugger. You fucking whap. So I slapped the shit out of him. But then I hear the whistle, coach or whatever. I'm not sure which fucking, because I knew I was caught. It was over. It was, everybody backing up, big circle around us or whatever. So I jumped on him, and I was like kind of choking him with his coat, clenching his coat, real thing. I said, and I was, because he always his name was Fred, and he would always say something stupid to me. Oh, you want a pork chop? Are you hungry? He'd bring me like bullshit food that he already chewed on or chewed up and said, you still hungry? I know you're still hungry, pork chop. And see, some people that I've known have called me pork chop that didn't know my past. Like, pork chop is fighting words to me because of my history. Like, you call me pork chop. Some people say it like they say bub or, buddy or everything, but you call me pork chop. It sends me into wanting to whoop your ass, because when I used to get called pork chop, it was a negative fucking, fat slur or whatever, however you want to say. It was fat racism or whatever, as I call it. Yep. Anyways, like I said, I got multiple stories bleeding into multiple stories. So I beat a thing's ass. I got suspended for like a week or two and stuff. That got me in trouble. Got fucking Angela in trouble because after the weekend's over, last week I was a cream puff. This week I'm smacking down any takers. And anybody I see getting fucking bullied, I'm fucking straight in they shit. I don't even know who the fuck you are, motherfucker. You want to fucking pick on somebody? I please be me. You feeling froggish leap? Like I said. So then, like I said, and I always get betrayed. Like, people think I'm a bully, the way I talk to them or the way. And I'm like, no, I'm an anti-bully. It's just the way, it's just, I can't even describe it. Like, no filter. But I say shit not to get people upset, or like they think, like, oh, you're not sensitive, you're not emotional. And that'll be a story about my mother later and my sister, like I said. And this is only volume 1 of the brief start of my life, just coming out of, high school, or just in high school. Just, you don't know me from nothing. I just started YouTubing. It's interesting to me. Like I said, I remember having see-through pagers. I remember that before the internet didn't exist, we had fucking, shitty Ataris and shit, fucking... shit, like, all right, next picture.